feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
Tell me why me and Safaree was on text. Y'all know me and Safaree kind of cool now. Man, me and Safaree been trauma bonding. Yo, essentially, Erica Mena, his pretty much ex-wife, I don't know if they fully finalized the divorce, but the mother of his 2 kids, I believe, or I don't know if they have 2 or 3. She basically got online and showed a calendar. Erica Mena, Safaree. And she said, look at the calendar. This is how long. She showed the calendar showing that Safaree, this is the calendar right here, only has spent time with his kids for the days in the red, and she's had the kids for all the days in the yellow. She basically says he's only had the kids 16 times this year for these amount of days, and that he's a goddamn deadbeat. Okay? Now, Safaree finally responded, and he actually dropped a video on YouTube explaining himself, right? Before that, she also got on, I don't know if it's still up here, but she got on, hold on. She got on Instagram, and she was talking about how uninvolved he is in his kid's life. Basically, he's saying that he rather play parent to someone else's kid rather than his own. Let me see if I can find it. If not, it is okay. Here we go.
So I absolutely have to speak on this whole you gave him a second baby thing. Let's just state facts real quick. With King, my firstborn son, I had no idea I was pregnant until 5 months. I was getting my period, no symptoms at all. And yeah, 5 months pregnant. Had no idea. Years later, I get pregnant with Legend. Now, granted, yes, me and him were having issues, you know, after me having Sapphire, but we were still married and we were still going through that roller coaster of trying to fix our marriage. So with that process comes makeup sex a lot. Anywho, I went for my yearly checkup with Dr. Jackie, and boy, can she vouch for this, because I still to this day have this video. I went for my annual checkup, and I was flat, no stomach, no symptoms. I actually just finished my period, and I go for my checkup. Dr. Jackie, pulling you in for this one, because this was actually a very memorable day, I'm sure, for both of us. Anywho, she walks in, because I definitely peed in that cup, which came up positive, obviously, for pregnancy. Behind her comes this monitor to check my belly. And I was thrown off, but anywho, she asks me if I wanted to know the good news or the bad news. And of course I wanted the good news, and that's when she broke it to me. You're pregnant. And you're months and months and months pregnant. No way. I just had my period. Boy, did she put that monitor on my stomach, and Legend was there, full face, hand. I still have the video. He was grown. So to clarify me hiding pregnancy, when I found out, a week later he found out. So it wasn't high. So yeah, and let's also, you know, let's keep it funky. I didn't give the DB name. You guys did.
DB is deadbeat.
I mean, you guys saw it all play out for yourselves on TV. You know, like, he didn't hide it. You guys labeled it, and it was fitting, so, you know, I just went along with it because it's the truth. But anyway, don't feel sorry for me. I made it through postpartum, heartbreak, and, you know, all he has to do is go to the school and pick them up. Never has to make contact with me, but chooses not to, because apparently the school he helped me pick out, by the way, is too far for him to come drive. Mind you, everything in Florida is about 30 minutes away, but that's too far. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. So yeah, I just want to clarify. So yeah, I didn't go all that time hiding that I was pregnant on purpose. I didn't even know I was pregnant.
Okay. All right. Anyway, Safaree dropped the video and he was explaining why he only seen his kids for that little amount of time. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The video was compelling. It's a little bit shocking, but there's a lot of men suffering in silence. And when I watched it, I said, "Damn, fuck." I see my boy Safaree going through it. So this is the video, and I'm gonna speed it up a bit because I know I want to just watch things in real time. Watch this though. Pretty good editing right here. I don't know why you put the heartbeat shit. Like, it feels like something's about to happen. How old is Safaree? How old is Safaree? Safaree's 43? Yo, Safaree be looking like pause, like mad moisturized, like Safaree be looking like 35. I swear. That nigga 43?
I don't even know where to start. But I'm putting everything out there because the fact that people, even whether you know me or not, there still has to be like a certain level of common sense when it comes to just being a judge of character. And this has nothing to do with TV.
Yeah, I think there's an imbalance when it comes to, it's not my video, it's how Safaree filmed it. So I guess he has some stereo pan thing going on. So that's why it's coming across where if you're listening with a headphone, you're hearing it at different volume. Sorry.
At all, none of that. Like this is real life because kids are involved. And this deadbeat narrative, it's like, it's just so jarring to me. It does give me a headache sometimes, but then I'm pretty good at just brushing things off, but not there anymore. But I love my kids, and it's gotten to the point that I have to put myself first because I'm either gonna end up in jail,
true,
or worse. Because I'm dealing with someone who's
yo, when a girl starts doing this, she's asking for you to clothesline her like you're motherfucking The Rock. And when you clothesline her, what she just did do not matter. That's a fact.
Or worse, because I'm dealing with someone whose anger management is just non-existent. When I first moved to Florida, I remember I got a 2-bedroom condo, and the first time I had my kids come over there after my divorce, and I started the whole, visitation week and having my kids for the days I was having them. When my kids first came over in my condo, it made me so depressed because I was like, yo.
Let it out, bro. Hey, let me tell you this. We keep thinking women are stupid. Bro, there's so many women who know that they could, antagonize a man for a response, and the world doesn't care about the antagonization. They care about the response. That there is a lot of men suffering in silence. 100%.
I felt like they were so confined, and I didn't feel good about it. And I said, yo, I got to get a house. I need a house. I can't have my kids running around in this condo and hurting themselves and just not being a fit to raise, 2 children in a co-parenting setup. And I found my house. And I'm gonna be all the way blunt and straight up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I got this house because of my kids. I got this house for my kids. See my
Let it out, man. We got to cry sometime, man.
kids be here running around. It's the best feeling, you know? You know, when you have children with somebody who, at the end of the day,
Hey, you know what I've realized? And I know some of y'all gonna be like, we don't want to hear nothing about females from y'all, but I get it and I understand. A type of woman who loves to put hands on anybody, whether it be a man or other women, is usually a broken woman. Like Krishan Rock's a broken woman to me. Like women, if their problem solving mechanism is to fight, that is problematic. You know, Erica Mena got introduced to us. I don't know if you ever seen when this is when she was fucking DJ Envy. She was his side chick, right? And Erica Mena fighting, she got on the show just scrapping.
How you feel about Rich?
Look.
Let's prove him wrong. Basically, while in the claim, spend my you made so funny though. I ain't on your team, but you.
She was the original Krishan Rock.
Was quick to watch.
Look.
I brought it up to give you life. And that's why you're sitting. Exactly. You're a weak bitch. Keep it moving. Go ahead.
Erica,
Oh, look. Let me tell you this, man. You know, this is a familial child rearing type of thing. When you find a woman who think it's cool to fight in public, who doesn't have, you know, she doesn't think about, oh, my mom might watch this. She might be embarrassed. Yo, my dad might watch this. He might not want to go to work and talk to his coworkers about his daughter scrapping. You're dealing with usually, we got to flat out say it, a nutcase, all right? Women, like, it's more, and I'm not getting sexist here, but like, it's more of a common thing for two men to solve their issues with violence. But when women think that, you know, women are already the weaker sex physically. If they think that putting hands on people is a problem-solving type of method, they're broken. They're broken. Facts, okay? So we saw this with Erica Mena, but I don't know. God has created and God has done some shit, man. God gives the chat, and one in the chat if y'all agree, or just cap emoji if y'all disagree. God has done some shit, and this is why, like, I think God be having fun with the world. The broken chicks, the toxic chicks, God evens out the score. They're the best. They're the freakiest, best sex-wise. So, like, you get a bunch of dudes who don't want that, but tolerate it, right? Because, like, put it like this, and also he makes them beautiful. Like, put it like this. Erica Mena acts like a swine. She's always acted like a swine. She's acted like an animal that need to be caged and possibly euthanized. Let's just be very clear. Krishan Rock, she's been acting like a swine for years. But clearly Blueface seen something in her. I think it was that green ooze that was dripping out of pussy on that video that was tweeted out. But something made him stay there. There's always something redeeming about a toxic woman that the guy still sticks around for. That's 100% fact. Might be beauty, might be sex, might be something. But generally, this type of behavior, nobody likes. Okay? Now, these women, when I mean they're broken, they go through the world, maybe aided by their beauty. They go through the world facilitated by whatever reason that people tolerate them, and they justify their behavior to say, well, I'm this pretty Puerto Rican girl or whatever she is, and niggas still on my body while I'm acting this way. Why should I change? Right? And I kind of get that angle too. She's going to get DJ Envy. She's going to get Safaree. She's fucked Bow Wow, or Bow Wow engaged to her. Why should she change this ratchet behavior when she keeps getting man after man with a high net worth that is definitely down to tolerate her bullshit? Okay? And by the way, I give another one. I give another angle to it, and this is why I think she's so frustrated. With all due respect, and Erica Mena, if you see this, I'm gonna beef with you. Erica Mena is at the end of the road. Erica Mena don't look at I used to think Erica Mena was the baddest chick, one of the baddest chicks, period, on TV. Like fuck celebrities, fuck rappers, like she was just really attractive. These days she kind of look like Skeletor. I gotta keep it a bean. Like, bruv, like she kind of look like, bruv, it's over. You know what I mean? Like she don't look like she's 22 no more. Like it's over. And what we're seeing now is the side effects of a woman who has always had bad behavior, not able to keep getting away with some of the bad behavior and is now seething. That's what's manifested onto Safaree while he's the father of her 2 kids. And by the way, she has another kid. Let's get back to the story.
It shouldn't even have happened because I should have just noticed certain things when it came to parenting. You know, when you're with someone for 3 years and they have a child and you probably saw the child 3 to 4 times because the child was put off to go live with somebody else. And, you know, you kind of look past it when you don't have kids. When you finally get to have a conversation.
Let's get a little bit to the drama.
If I ever had to live with my mother, having the forefront, and I kind of just looked past certain things and thought that, you know, maybe I could help and make things better. But when you aren't with somebody and it doesn't work out and the 2 of you are just like in a weird space and everything is a fight, especially in front of the kids, like I'm not going to subject myself to that.
Yo, chat, unfortunately, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. Yo, look, he says he's on the phone with police. Let me tell you this another thing too, to y'all men. We gotta normalize calling the police on girls. If you can't beat the brakes off of them and they don't, like, trust me, you're done. You have to call the cops. Like, there's nothing. Women know how to operate in a space where you're either gonna look pussy or you're gonna be a woman beater. And there is no in between. So she starts to break your shit. She in your house. You know another thing I've learned? Argue with a woman at her place. Don't argue at yours. When she in your place and she can't get her way, she starts throwing shit, kicking shit, breaking shit. So he got to call the cops. Because you know what? If he grabs her and physically puts her outside, she posts on the gram, look at my bruise. This nigga just like yoked me up. You're in an unwinnable situation. This is one of the reasons, no matter what I've ever said about Jay-Z, I credited Jay-Z with having, and probably it was because, you know, that's your wife's sister, so you're not going to, like, hit her back. But, like, my boy was, like, he was doing all that shit. Never once even pushed her off. Jay-Z's a saint.
My kids have never, ever seen me upset. My kids have never heard me yell.
Bitch, you're dead to me. Yeah, you are too. You did that. You did that. No. Before I need you. Remember that. Nice flow, Linda. Yeah, go ahead. You too, bitch. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because your other 2 kids are going to be miserable just like you. Oh, fuck all of y'all. Jerk off. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. All because of you. All because of you. All because of you.
I don't argue. That's just not in me. But, you know, on the other hand, the other side, they don't operate or think the way I do. And when I have my kids and someone is pretty much trying to...
Wait, somebody just sent me an email. They said every time I play a video, the audio is panning.
Watch every single thing I'm doing and call, oh, who's there? Well, what's going on? It's just so unhealthy, so excessive, to the point where it just creates a lot of issues. Like, you can't pick and choose when it's okay to say, okay, the kids are good. And then if we're not, you know, in a good space, then it's a issue. You know, I've taken my kids to Jamaica. If I was such a bad parent, nobody's gonna let a man take the kids to Jamaica by myself. I didn't have no help, and I want a biscuit for it. I did it. You know, it just creates such a level of toxicity that it's better to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna deal with this through the courts, and when this thing gets sorted out how it's supposed to be sorted out, then okay, we'll figure it out. So for the
Yeah, my boy had kids with a demon, bro.
past, few months, that's what I've been dealing with when it came to, looking for lawyers and just trying to figure out this whole thing, because my original standing order for this child support and the visitation and all of that, everything, it originated from Georgia. We moved to Florida. When we moved to Florida, everything has to get transferred over. It just got transferred over like this week. So now I get to find out what this new setup is going to be, because I refuse to go to her house to pick up the kids. I refuse. I'm not. It's just too unstable, too unpredictable. And the only way I would do it is either a police precinct, or if the kids are somewhere else and I'm picking them up from there. But everything is just done off of spite and being malicious intent on the other end. Me, I don't move like that. I don't live like that. When people look at me, I don't look like I'm carrying stress. I don't look like I'm losing weight. I don't look like I'm just harboring so much hate inside me that it physically begins to show. And I'm a father. I'm a grown-ass man. When I have my kids in there with me, they're under my care. They don't have nothing to worry about. So I'm not gonna have anybody acting like they need to know every single thing going on. When I was filming Love and Hip Hop Miami and I had my kids here, calling,
Yeah, I'm gifting some subs. Memberships right now. I'm doing on King Akademiks.
where the kids at?
I'm about to do it on the Academy too.
What do you do? Oh, you better not be filming with the kids. Oh. First of all, I've never filmed with the kids ever by myself on Love and Hip Hop. They're not a part of my storyline. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna be in the park pushing the kids, playing, of course they wanted to see me film with them, but both parents have to sign off on that. And that wasn't happening. And
Yo, Chad, I could see the frustration in his eyes, bro. Feel bad for you, brother. I ain't gonna lie, I was watching this video like, Safaree got it light.
the last instant of when we had a transfer with the kids, it was, she called me and said, hey, I'm in the area. I could save you a trip. I could come pick the kids up. And I'm tired and I don't want to do the drive. And it was like really like early in the morning or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. I let her in, lay down in the kids' room. One of the kids was in there. Next kids was laying with me in my room. And when she gets up, she's like, she wants to have a conversation with me. I'm like, okay, let's talk. As soon as she starts talking, it's yelling, screaming, all of that. I said, yo, look, I'm not doing that. And if you can't talk to me normally in front of the kids, where the kids don't realize that we're having a discussion about something that we're not agreeing on, then I'm not having it. Oh, I don't give a F, blah, 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 all this yelling, whatever. So I'm like, okay, forget it. Just, you here, pick them up, you can leave. And in my face, all of that, blah, 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 and all that. So I'm like, all right, you don't want to leave. I call the cops. I'm on the phone with the cops. I'm telling them, hey, before this escalates, I would like police presence here because I want her to leave. Filming me calling the cops. Okay, I'm calling the cops, you're filming me. You're the one with the anger management problem just going off. So break stuff up in the house, has the kids running over glass, breaking stuff up outside.
Yo, chat, the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, yo, Safaree, that's it? And I'm saying that, unfortunately.
After that, I just was like, you know what? If I can't pick up my kids in a place that is like a drop-off point or a police precinct, I'm not picking them up, because I'm not going to her house ever again in life. My daughter, she has an iPad. I'm blocked on the iPad. My daughter's 4 years old. She doesn't know how to block people. She doesn't even know how to text. Childish, just like BS like that. So I'm like, okay. The next time I got my kids after that, before that, when I went and I was gonna get a restraining order, because, she's doing stuff like showing up in my crib, 5 o'clock in the morning, pulling out a ladder, hopping the fence.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I looked at this and I was like, fence climbing, breaking into the house.
Banging on my windows. My son's birthday party was like a month after that. No, like it was a while after that.
Everybody in the academy, the Academy chat. I gifted y'all 50 subs or 50 memberships. So I appreciate y'all.
And then when I went to the party, they said, hey, you want a restraining order, but you went to a party, she was there, so you must not be in that much fear. So I had to drop that case. And this is me having to have 2 different lawyers. So this is 2 separate lawyers for one lawyer for that and another lawyer for this whole family court thing. And next time I got them, it was for, beginning of the summer. And I was like, yo, I'll keep the kids for the summer. Let me know. My mother, my sister's here. They love being around them. They want to be around them. That's the issue. I can't reach my daughter's iPad. Pickup situation isn't sorted out. So when I finally do get them, I sign them up for summer camp. She gets so mad at me for signing them up for summer camp. There's a summer camp by my house. She lives 40 minutes away from me. Summer camp. I'm like, cool, I got them. Let me at least do that. Because, they were here. My mother's like, yo, you can't just be having them here playing, whatever. She was like, they need some, structure. Sign them up for summer camp. I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. I signed them up for the summer camp. I paid for it. I paid $2,000 to put them in summer camp. They went to summer camp for 3 days because she had such an issue with me putting them in summer camp by my house. And it was like, why didn't I talk to her, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, I have the kids. They're under my watch and care. I want to put them in a summer camp by me. And I'm going to show y'all because it's like, not just talking just to talk, but put them in summer camp. This was the first month. This is what it was supposed to do. This is what it's supposed to be. This is the schedule. Summer camp, July, boom, boom, boom. The entire month. This was going to be their schedule for the entire month. This is their lunch schedule. This is one of the things she made for me in one of the days that she was in summer camp.
Yo, let's call a spade a spade. I hate to interrupt him, but let me tell you this. When you're dealing with a crazy bitch, a woman is really good, crazy chicks actually, they're really good at using all their resources to gain control over you. You have a baby with this person out of love. Eventually, when y'all separate, she uses that baby to snoop on you, to think they have unlimited access to you, to harass you, and to inconvenience you. That's really what it is, right? This is, unfortunately, we as a society don't tell women that, here's the thing. As men, if you behave in a certain way, you're going to jail. Nobody ever has sympathy for the guy who says, oh, no, he's good. Because I watch women justify Erica Mena's behavior by saying, this what happens when you gaslight a woman or you lie to her about being with her for the rest of her life and she give you a baby. That's how we go. So they justify the bad behavior based on emotional responses. There's no guy who could say, yeah, that's why I killed my op. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it was the 3rd anniversary of my homie dying, and man, I couldn't help it but just grabbing a gun and go kill that nigga. Like, justify. It don't work for men. No one gives the repercussion to women to say, hey, listen, I'm not gonna speak on. I don't know how Safaree was to her. Maybe he was a cheater. Maybe he was a nigga who, like, whatever, he gaslit her or like he sold her a dream, he's not living up to it. And maybe she's hurt. Maybe she is like, yo, I've wasted. How old is I don't know how old is Erica Mena. How old is Erica Mena? Maybe she's like, you see, she's 36. You feel me? Like, it's like 2 weeks old milk that's been on the counter. Like, come on. You feel what I'm saying? And usually not, because, I know a lot of Latino women, like, J-Lo looks amazing. I think Erica Mena has ruined her body with all these enhancements. Like, she looked like she's a shriveling up. This shit looks crazy. She looked like a grape that has been sitting there on the sidewalk in Arizona, just like fucking I don't know what the fuck been going on with her. But I do think, surgeries, women who get surgeries for the intermediate, they tend to become more saltier later. Because, Safaree looked like he's 35. She looked like she's 48. That's a problem. You get what I'm saying? And a woman never wants to feel like they gave you the best of their life while you get to go do that with somebody else. And I understand that resentment. I definitely understand that resentment. But it doesn't justify you being like some type of terrorist. It doesn't justify you, trying to invoke a man to respond back to you in a physical way when you pushing him. Because again, there's a lot of dudes who suffer from anger issues. Who's wrong if you pushing that nigga, you doing whatever, you break a couple things and he just grab you up and say, what the fuck is you doing, bitch? Who's wrong? Is he wrong? I guess we say he's wrong, right? Because he's a man. So again, we don't tell these women enough like, yo, your baby girl, I am sorry if you felt he wasted your time or you gave him 2 babies or 3 babies, whatever it is, and he wasn't the man that you thought he was when you met. I'm sorry for your disappointment, but you don't get to act like a petulant child. You don't get to just break a bunch of shit and push him around and climb over fences and do all that type of stuff. You gotta operate with some type of emotional maturity. But nobody tells a chick like this. Like, she's been a really attractive woman for a long time. She don't even know how to act. Yo, a really attractive woman, and shout out to my boy Myron who always says this. Yo, really attractive women most attractive women have no personality. Why? They never had to develop one. You know who some of the funniest niggas are? The fat niggas. It's not like you was getting bitches because of your looks, so you have to learn other ways how to, to get attention and be compelling. Look at Drewski. Like, no disrespect to him. It's always a short dude. Like, when you look at a comedian, you've never seen a comedian that's a 6'5", built like a motherfucker, girls all want to fuck, and he's funny. We don't see that. It's the short midget nigga, the anorexic looking like he got sickle cell, Cat Williams, or it's like a Kevin Hart type of guy, or it's like a fat, like weirdly shaped, Patrice O'Neal, God rest his dead, a Drewski, like a socially awkward guy but is just really funny on that stage, Chris Rock. So again, that applies to women. And a bad bitch don't really gotta have, you ever hear a girl tell you I'm funny and you're like, yo, this fucking bitch don't really know. If she didn't have a pussy, I wouldn't even be within 10 miles of her. But she's over here thinking that me laughing at her corny jokes, bitch, I'm just trying to get my nut off. Real talk. I'm just trying to nut. So this is what's happening with Erica Mena, I believe. Erica Mena is coming back to the sober realization that her prime is done. Respectfully, just look-wise. Her prime is done. And she's looking at a guy who seemingly is still having that success, but also she's gaining a lot of saltiness. She's gaining a lot of saltiness, and she's realizing people ain't putting up with her shit. Everything let me tell you this. As long as I've heard, I've never met her. As long as I've heard about Erica Mena, I've only heard about her fighting, doing abusive shit, talking shit, and being really nasty. It's only since the last couple of years where no one looks at her anymore and be like, oh my God, she's the baddest in the room anymore. So now people are looking at her like, yo, we're not tolerating that behavior. Because name me a bad bitch, I'll show you a nigga that'll tolerate her talking, her basically cussing like a sailor, her basically being a bitch, her basically doing everything that socially like people wouldn't tolerate in a calibrated, respectable social setting. But a chick who's attractive, you get to do anything. So I think that's what's going on, personally.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what's wrong with putting the kids in summer camp? And it just was such a...
Now, and I'm trying to be fair here. Safaree, keep it a bean with you, brother. What they have said is that because you don't see your kids that much, why when you see your kids and the first 2 days they're around you, you basically put them in a summer camp that they're just running around and you're not dealing with them. The point of you spending time with your kids is for you to spend time with your kids, not for you to drop them off to a summer camp, then pick them up. And I understand that point too. And I think this is where we get to these influencers having children. Like having a child is a full-time job, right? Like, you're not really parenting. Like you can still be a good parent because, okay, maybe you're providing the resources and, if they want like a toy or they want so-and-so, you could get it. But if you're just like pawning them off to somebody else, and I do understand what people say with that, but it's not my point, my place here or there, but I understand what they're saying about Safaree. Like, bruh, so you barely get the kids, and as soon as you get the kids, you just put them in summer camp that you don't got to see them? Okay, that's the point.
Control thing, and it created it created so much drama.
No, and I get it too. Yeah, no, the kids should have fun and put them in summer camp, but it's like, I guess they're saying you're not actually spending time with them when you put them in a summer camp, which that's the point, truthfully.
Oh, drop the kids off. Oh, you put them in summer camp. Oh, just nothing made absolute any sense. Nothing. Like, it was just such an irate, ignorant conversation, because to the point where we don't even speak direct. Like, my house is set up for them. I got their shrine set up. This is for them. This is their area. You walk in. This is Maji's room. Ain't no deadbeat doing this. Deadbeats ain't doing this. My daughter's room is bigger than some adults' rooms, and it's just so insane to me how people just, oh yeah, you're a deadbeat. Yo, I know about real deadbeats, and this situation is all about control. This woman texts a naked picture of me to my mother and my sister because she wanted to let them know that, oh, you and your son, I'm pretty sure your son's not.
I ain't gonna lie, chat. When I seen this, so Erica Mena sends a naked picture of Safaree about to get in bed with her to fuck her or whatever to his mom and his sister to prove that, oh, your son be saying he don't be fucking with me or he don't want to be with me, but look at him getting in bed with me about to, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Number one, when I seen that, I was like, damn, these hoes the same. But that's crazy. That is crazy. And it's like, I don't even think you could ask a woman to explain why she would do that. You would send a naked picture of a man to his mom to explain to his mom that, oh no, he's not, yeah, he might tell you he don't fuck with me, but he still fuck me. It goes back to the core argument of, like, women a lot of times conflating love and interest in being in a relationship with sex. Like, yeah, he probably still is attracted to you. He had 2 kids with you. I'm pretty sure he feel like he could fuck you whenever he wants to. And he probably still will fuck you if y'all have a good day or two. But none of that means that he's probably not sick of the bullshit you got going on. So I guess this is a text. Let me see. Hold on. So, oh my God. So this was the picture. Wow. This is the picture of him. And I guess she's laying under the covers. And this is him about to get in bed. And she sends this message. I figured, since I know your son is such a liar, and since I know he lies on me all the time to you and your daughter. So basically, she sent this to his mom and his sister. Just figured I informed you of him being up in my bed last night. It's ironic how he paints me out to be such a hateful monster, but yet won't leave me alone. Bro, she sent his mother a picture of the man naked.
Not telling you what's really going on between us and all of this other nonsense. Okay. Me and you are still, having a relationship, and that's over with. Thank God that's over with. Like, I prayed about that, and there's absolutely nothing physical going on anymore. And you taking naked pictures and sending it to my mother and my sister to do what and prove what? My mother and my sister are the most least problematic people on earth. My mother.
Yo, chat. And this is why I be saying, like, yo, men be victims type shit. Could you imagine a dude sending a picture of a woman like that? But they would call this nigga, like, the worst deviant in the world. Like, if he sent a picture of her sucking his dick, right, and sent it to her father and say, yo, your daughter be saying she don't like me no more, but look at her right here. Bro, we would say lock him up, right? Like, let's be honest. You'd be like, yo, lock this nigga up. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's fucking weird. Like, what? You sent a picture to her father? You sent a naked picture of her giving you fellatio or some dumb shit to her father. Like, you're a weirdo. Lock him up. A female does this, and you know what other females say? Well, what did he do to her? What did he do to her to get her that mad? Like, what the fuck? No repercussions.
Mother's not one of those mothers. She's not like a TV mother who's here acting rah-rah and doing a bunch of ignorant nonsense. Like, my mother is so calm and zen. And anyone who knows my mother and my sister and what they do, like my sister and my mom, they are in the holistic field. Everything about them is zen, herbs, teas, spiritual. And you're sending naked pictures of me to my mother and my sister. For what? And it's like, that's the type of nonsense I have to deal with. I cannot ever pick up my kids in peace. Everything is just long and drawn out. And it's just so unfair that when a woman says something, no matter what, it's like, oh, it's the man's fault. People are like, but you didn't know. And I'm kind of like, you know what? Well, I thought I could make somebody not be just like as angry. But then when things just started like.
Safaree, let me tell you this, man. Most men have been there where you think you could change a woman. Again, there is, for us men, like, I'll use a rapper analogy. I'll use Youngboy. Unfortunately, I still don't know if Youngboy, even with this new plea deal he took, I don't know if when he get out of jail, he gonna be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You see when Gucci got out of jail last time? Man, I don't care what none of y'all niggas say. Gucci ain't nothing close to, he don't resent, he not no pussy at all, but he got sick and tired of doing the wrong things and getting the wrong results. That's a choice he made. He made a choice to stop doing that. He finally learned. He just realized, like, yo, bro, I'm just never going to get a different outcome. I think Kodak go through phases of that. When he get out, you seemingly like, and then sometimes you relapse. I don't know, because of alleged drugs, but whatever. But we've seen rappers who have gotten locked up. Shit, I was sitting with what's the name yesterday? Fat Trell. Bro, I could tell, bro, he's tired of doing that shit that gets him locked up, bro. He's tired of it. And to relate it to this is that a lot of times men think we could change women, but that's not true. They got to get to a point naturally of them being tired of doing the bullshit, because I'm pretty sure they've argued, broken shit, cops being called, A, B, C, D, and E, and he probably gets back with her, thinks she gonna change, she do the same thing.
Going sour and not working out, it just became it's just not even realistic to deal with. I saw somebody say one time, and I totally felt it, and if you're a father, I know you could relate to this. And it's like, they're like, yo, when you're dealing with a woman who makes you being a parent, they just make it so hard. It is so draining dealing with someone who's trying to draw you out, someone who wants a reaction from you, someone who talks about you nonstop because they want a reaction. I'm not one of those people. I don't care about people liking me and caring and proving my point. Like, hey guys, look, no, this isn't true. This is what's really happening. People who know me, my mouth has been quiet for years. I don't say nothing. It's just so draining. Like, everything about it. Like, her own family is going after her for child support because she doesn't do anything to help her son. So then to try to make it seem like I'm some deadbeat and I'm not trying to be there for my kids, I would love to be there for my kids, but it would be nice for you to get out the way. Let me be a father. Let me take my kids and go wherever I want with them. My kids are never in danger. They don't ever have to worry about nothing. This is not about money. This is not about child support. My kids love me. There with a pen and pad and write down every single incident and all that, but I'm doing this one and one time only, like, but it's just a lot of corny shit. all the fake Instagram pages, harassing my mother, harassing my sister. If I'm talking to a girl, all of a sudden the girl starts getting harassed from the same fake Instagram names. And it's like, yo, it takes so much energy into the
Yeah, Safaree, man. Nah, I get it, bro. I get it. I think he showed some. I think these are the last videos right here. You know, let me tell you this, man. A bitch never climbed a ladder to change a light in history, but let her think that you up in your crib fucking another hoe. She gonna make sure she get up in the house. She gonna use that ladder to hop the fence. She gonna pick the lock, nigga. She gonna get to where she gotta get to. Unfortunately, bro. That's like a magical thing about women, bro. I guarantee she never climbed a ladder in her life, but she know how to hop a fence, bro. This shit crazy as fuck, my nigga. Look, 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 look. This is hop the fence. Look. Look at that little run right there. Look. It did like an obstacle course. Look. Look at this shit. This shit is crazy. Let me tell you, us as men, we weak as fuck. Because I guarantee if Safaree opens the door, you know, she gonna apologize a little bit. No, yeah, I'm sorry I wilded out. She looking a little good right here. Ass looking fat. You already gave her 2 kids. You end up fucking her. And she's like, all right, cool. I'm here now. I'm chilling. For real. Yeah. You know what I mean? Your shorty came over, like your ex-wife came over, hopped the fence. We stupid as men. Like, we look at it like, damn, this bitch just hopped the fence for me. Like, yo, god damn. Feel me? You know, she want to suck you off after you pipe her out. Like, you know what I mean? But you still mad, but you still hit it. You know what I'm saying? You still hit it. Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? Then the next morning, she doing all this shit. You know why? After she fuck you, she find a blonde hair in the bed. Who the fuck is this bitch that you fucking on the side? Safaree looking like, yeah, shout out to Safaree. Yo, look at the kids. The kids don't know what's going on. Nice little pajamas. Look at them. God damn. Yeah. I don't know what women get out of like breaking your shit. Like, how does that work? I know how it works. Yeah, I've been with too many like broken women who do dumb shit like this. Women break your shit, they be like, yo, let the next bitch go do this shit. Let the next bitch go clean this up. Yo, look, the kids walking, they're like barefooted, it seems. And she just broke something. She don't give 2 fucks. They walking on splinters, all of that. Jesus Christ, man. Yo, Erica Mena, man. You at the end of the road, baby girl. Get some help, man. Get some help. Get some help. Get some damn help. All right. Let's see what else is going on.